Hey, you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Peace. Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available Christmas 2022, the Christmas album. Dad, oh, damn it, Janet. AF. These boots are made for walking, shimmy, shimmy, and that's just what they'll do, shimmy, shimmy. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Beast! How are you guys doing today? Happy Tuesday! Oh, what a day I have had today already. Let me get a little lip gloss on. When your lips are dry as mine, then it's Luna Beauty time! That was pretty good. I think that, I've been rewatching Laguna Beach on Netflix. Are you guys watching it? Oh, it's so bad, you guys. Okay, I, back in the day, watched Laguna Beach and the Hills, and I kind of have forgotten, like, really, truly how bad Laguna Beach was. And so I'm watching it, and this one girl, she goes to New York City. I don't even remember which one it is. Alex or something, I think. Christina, I think. She goes to New York City because for spring break, and she and her friend, I think Morgan is her friend, Christina and Morgan, they go to New York City for spring break, and Christina gets to, because her mom has like all the connections and stuff, she gets to audition with the casting director of like Rent and all of those different musicals and stuff out there, and she's like, la 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 la, and you can see the casting director, and she's like, Cringe, and she's like, well, if I were gonna give you some advice, and you can just tell she's like so heartbroken because she thought she was gonna be cast, because for the previous 24 hours, like her friend Morgan is like, this is me basically on my review channel reviewing a show, but anyway, her friend Morgan is like, what if they cast you? What if you're on Broadway tomorrow? Oh my God, what if you're a Broadway star? And she's like, I don't really want to talk about it. I don't really want to talk about it. And you can kind of tell in her head that she really truly does believe that she's going to get cast, you know, in like Wicked or something like that. Unfortunately, that's not what happens. Poor girl. But anyway, I really kind of like, number one, forgot how bad the show was. It is so bad, number one. Number two, some of the things that they say on the show, like, they would never get away with that today. And number three, the clothes are so dated. I forgot what we looked like in the early 2000s. But anyway, so yeah, I'm watching Laguna Beach, kind of. Well, whenever I don't have anything else to watch. I'm also watching Manifest right now. So, and this weekend, I watch Pepsi Where's My Jet? And I'm going to be doing a review of that over on my review channel. Yesterday, I did a review of Where the Crawdads Sing, and today I'm doing my crumble cookies review. I just had Cousin Fun Day with my cousin Caroline. We had such a good time. We went to brunch, we ran some errands, and I recorded the whole thing, and it will be up over on, it's uploading right now. It will be over on my Peter Does Stuff channel, just like the other night. I went shopping with my good Judy Tanya Jean, and I put the whole video up. It's over on my Peter Does Stuff channel, and it is called something like Christmas Shopping with My Best Friend or something. We had such a good time. So anyway, it's been a good day, and when it's a good day, why not a Jaclyn Hill video? Ding-a-ling-a-ling, sham-a-lang-dang, ding-dong, ding. How's the drama phone? This is Peter speaking. Oh, hi, Jane. How are you? What? No, I'm just sitting here having a cup of coffee, Jane. What? The gimlets? No, I've let the gimlets go for Christmas. Well, I've been going back to those AAA meetings. Well, you know, since Don and I have been separated, no, the people are so nice. They're so friendly, and I just love to hear their stories. No, at the Women's League on Tuesday, I'll tell you all their stories. No, I shouldn't, but they're so interesting. Oh my God, you wouldn't believe some of these stories. Some of these people have been to hell and back. Well, no, I'm just sitting here, and I was gonna get online, and I was gonna buy. Hold on a second, Jane. My Tati Beauty by hair. What's that called? I don't even, Sugar Bear hair or whatever. It's been making my hair grow out so long now with my extensions that. Yeah, I have to tuck it behind my ears. But anyway, I was going to get online, and I was going to order my granddaughters some of that cozy luxury line from Jaclyn Hill. Oh, I think it looks so gorgeous. this. No, I mean, I've read a few of the reviews that allegedly, the stuff knots and it tears and that customer service doesn't respond to anybody, but, well, I don't really care. For $149 for a throw, I mean, you know, you get what you get, right? You don't throw a fit. Anyway, now I'm going to order some of those $85 pajamas, too. I can't wait. And $20 pair of socks and $40 slippers. I'm just going to go broke on the cozy, Jane. I'm going to go broke on the cozy. Well, all right, Jane. No. Well, it's really the Christmas that keeps on giving, because for every pair of pajamas and socks you buy, Jaclyn Hill gets another Chanel purse. I know, it's the gift that keeps on giving. All right, Jane, I'll see you on Tuesday. Well, tonight is Tuesday, so I guess I'll see you tonight at the Women's League. What are you bringing? I'm bringing my tuna tetrazzini. You're bringing your pineapple upside down cake? Okay. Well, I got stories and cozies for you. I love you too. All right, 3. I love you. 4, 5. All right, I'll see you tonight. Okay, bye, Jay. Get my hair behind. Hit the mirror a bit. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I am thinking, on a random note, that this fan, it is time to retire her, okay? She has seen better days, okay? I love this fan so much because I've just been using her for so long now, and I love her so much. But I think it's time to maybe retire her and start using some other fans. And in my video that I did like a week ago, I showed all the other fans that I have. So I was looking through my fans today, and I was thinking of what would be the best fan to use for Jaclyn Hill today? I call her Cacklyn because she wants to be a Kardashian so bad. So change her name to Cacklyn. Cacklyn Kardashian. She's a Kardashian they didn't know existed. Anyway, so I was looking through my fans, and I found this fan, and it says, "I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?" Because that is kind of how I feel about Jaclyn Hill and what I'm going to be talking about today in this statement that she put up on her Instagram, which I'm just like, girl, why do you have to continue to go here? Why do you have to continue to poke the bear? Why do you have to be so cringe and so arrogant? I mean, it's really unbelievable to me. She has like no concept of reality. And, you know, but I was sitting here before I was like getting ready to make this video, and I was setting up the ring light and all this kind of stuff. And when I was picking out the fan, I mean, yes, it's laughable. Like, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. It's kind of funny, right? But in a kind of, like, realistic way of, like, looking at Jaclyn, like, I really was rooting for Jaclyn for a very long time. Like, and I think this is the factor with her that keeps her fans coming back time and time again. Even though many of them, not all of them, now I know a lot of them have received good products and are happy with her videos when she chooses to post every 5 months, and it's a release video, you know, or it's an Amazon affiliate code video. You know, she just did one of those. Now, she did disclose appropriately. I couldn't believe it. She kind of disclosed appropriately. But anyway, so, you know, she either does the Amazon link videos, which, because, you know, each time you buy those things, she makes a percentage off of that, or it's a launch video about something that she's doing, you know, whatever. So those are kind of her videos these days. I know there are a lot of people that are like still sticking with her and whatever. You know, it's just for me, I don't know if you've ever had anybody like this in your life. Like, let's take it off of YouTube for a second and let's just make it like a personal thing, right? Y'all like my new hat. I just bought this new hat when I was shopping with my good Judy, Tanya Jean, the other day. But have you ever had that person in your life that it's like, I don't know, like, you've been friends with them for such a long time, and there's, like, such a special place in your heart with them, and you really care about them, and you love them, but then, like, they do something that's kind of questionable, and you're like, like, I don't really know what I think of this, right? And then it's kind of like, enough time goes by, and then it's like, they're just kind of living their life, and like, and so like you get back into good graces with them, and then they do something else that's kind of questionable, and over maybe the period of like, you know, we have those people in our lives, okay, that are truly, truly toxic, that just like come right out, and you know, it's like the statement that Maya Angelou said, when somebody shows you who they truly are, believe them because they know themselves better than you. So I think we have those people that just kind of like stab us in the face, and we can kind of like see it like, ooh, they're not good people. Like, they are not good people. And there are YouTubers that I think that we can say that about, that we can see like, right out of the gate, like maybe they're not good people. I don't think that's the case with Jaclyn Hill. I think Jaclyn Hill is like one of these people, like friendships that I've had in my life, where it's taken me, I don't know, 5 to 10 years to realize that this is kind of a pattern of who they really are deep down inside. And it's been me rooting for them all along, wanting the best for them and wanting them to truly, you know, like, be the person that I hope for them to be. Like, have you ever wanted that for somebody? Like, I'm not talking just about YouTube. I'm talking about in your personal life, where you have really wanted so much more for this person that they even give themselves credit for, or they even, you know, whatever. It's like, then they do something and it's like, they can't just kind of like take ownership over it. They have to make like some, you know, I don't know, like just sly comment or whatever, or nasty comment about it. And then you're like, oh God, you know, it's kind of to me a little bit like Erica Jane on this season, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It was like when she was in Aspen and like the things that she said and whatever, like when she was like, they were all sitting around that room and, you know, it just was kind of like, and Kyle was like, I can't support you if you continue to say those things. And I think for all of us, there comes a breaking point where it's like enough has happened or enough has been said now where it's like, I can't look at you in the same way because I know too many things. And that is what has happened to me with Jaclyn Hill. There were so many things that happened over the course of 3 or 4 years that to me were like defendable, right? That you could look at and you can say, okay, well, maybe this launch was just kind of a mistake. But when you have 5 or 6 launches that there's problems with and it's problematic, then it becomes a pattern, okay? It's not just poor Jaclyn Hill, she has a bad time with launches, okay? She's the CEO of a company. She should make sure that that stuff doesn't happen before it goes out. There are enough people that are not having problems with product launches before they go out or getting them to the people before that happens. That should not be a problem. And we're talking about lipsticks at this point. We're talking about jewelry at this point that has turned people's skin green, allegedly. You know, we're talking about this. Now we're talking about people who have complaints about the Cozy brand, that they're getting these things and that a lot of the products are unraveling. I can't tell you how many emails I've gotten from people that are telling me that they got products that were unraveling, allegedly, because I don't know. I'm not there in their houses, right? And that they contacted customer support for Cozy brand and that they got no response whatsoever, you know? And that's very telling to me. I don't, you know, Jaclyn with the lipsticks was somebody that responded. And she did, you know, like give everybody their money back and everything like that. But then it's like you didn't really kind of learn your lesson because she came out like a year later and she did this very kind of like woe is me video where it's like, you know, like this was the hardest time of my life and I learned everything about it. Okay, if that was the hardest time of your life, like this is important to this video. If Jaclyn Hill going through Lipstick Gate was the hardest time of your life, to then later kind of poke fun at the people that were directly affected by that, like the fans that invested their money, even if they got their money back by it, you know, that had to reach out to customer service, the people that didn't really feel like they ever got the answers from you, you know, the people that were waiting for these 6 laboratory scientists to do their research that Jaclyn still to this day has never come out and said anything about what those labs found from her lipsticks, you know, and to me, it just shows that she's not a great businesswoman and that she really just cares about the money. And that's what we see in these Instagram stories when she's showing Chanel purses and things like that, right? Okay, so, you know, there's that. And then there's, like, the things that she does where it's like, she tries to be super relatable and you guys, I'm such a family person and I'm such a loving friend and I'm all this kind of stuff, right? And then she'll put out something relatable on Instagram or Twitter, and then when she doesn't get the response that she wants and people call her out, she immediately gets cutthroat, right? Like when she put up the Chanel purse and she was like, I can't believe this many people are coming for me for this Chanel purse, and she even took DMs and put them up on her Instagram story and blah, 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 whatever. And it's like, okay, girl, so at this point, what you've proven to us is that you have really bad launches, you know, one after another, and 2, that you don't do anything really with these launches. I mean, the jewelry was never addressed. There's been other makeup launches that were never addressed. The website that she said were 25 million people or something were on it at the same time, which was unbelievable. What? It shouldn't even have that many followers, okay? And then it was like the mystery boxes, that was all botched, you know, and there really was no addressing of all of this, except for let's just wash our hands of it and move on, right? And then there's the I need to be relatable kind of thing, you know, that she tries to use to her advantage for marketing as far as I'm concerned. Even though it's weird because she almost kind of looks down on her audience a little bit. It's like, if you can't afford my lifestyle and you don't understand it and you're going to make fun of me for my Chanel purses, then you just get over it, right? Well, I think that Jaclyn forgets, like, this is the thing that always kills me about these influencers that are living in $1 million homes, driving $1 million cars, you know, or $100,000 cars, and living $1 million lifestyles, you know? It's like lifestyles of the rich and famous. Is that, who do you think put you there, right? The majority of the people that put you there were middle-class people that are working 2 jobs and just trying to do their best to get by. And their form of entertainment at the end of the day is coming home and watching your videos and watching your Instagram stories and your relationships and following you as a person. And they've fallen in love with you enough that they are invested in your products. So when you put out products, they buy those products, okay? Because if you were just anybody else, I can tell you, if they weren't invested in the story of Jaclyn Hill, these people would not be invested in buying a $140 throw blanket. They just wouldn't. Because they, A, don't have the money for it, and B, they don't care enough about some $140 blanket that's sitting at Bed Bath & Beyond. They just don't care. The only reason they're buying it is because they have bought into your story, right? So, you know, let's do the success story of Jaclyn Hill math problem, right? It's horrible launch after horrible launch, combined with arrogance, ego, and pride, combined with, add that to saying that everybody is bullying her and pitying and making herself being pitied and making herself the victim, you know, equals being a boss-ass bitch. Well, I don't believe that, you know? So then let's talk about what happened just in the last 24 hours. Okay, Jaclyn put up this, now she's doing all these reels, you know, and Instagram stories, because that's where the new money is, supposedly, is on Instagram. I just want everybody to know that, okay? All of these YouTubers and people that are putting up Instagram stories, it's because they're getting paid for these Instagram stories. They get paid for how many views they get, okay? It's not because they all of a sudden want to do these reels. I'm not talking about stories, I'm talking about reels. It's not because they all of a sudden want to do all these reels on Instagram. It's because, A, they think it's going to kick them up in the algorithm because Instagram is really pushing reels. And number 2, it's because they're getting paid for the reels, right? So when I saw that Jaclyn Hill did this reel, and in the reel, she is taking scissors and trimming a Chanel purse, which, okay, you take a Chanel purse, which is thousands of dollars, okay, and then she's taking scissors to it so you can see the Chanel part to it, which, whatever, that's fine, right? Okay, but it's kind of like, I have so many Chanel purses, I'll just take scissors to this one, I don't really care. On the heels of the video that I just did not too long ago, where she posted a picture of she had to have this green Chanel purse, on the heels of everybody talking about how expensive her cozy brand was, and she upcharged the pajamas within 24 hours and was kind of like, if you can't afford them, you can't afford this stuff. I'm sorry, I don't really know what to say to you. And then less than a week later comes out showing her new Chanel purse that she bought. I mean, she has no concept of reality or relatability to her audience whatsoever, and then gets upset when people don't relate to her. No, girl, we don't relate to you, okay? Like, at all. Like, have a little sympathy and empathy for the financial situation that your audience is in right now. You know what I mean? That this is not the greatest financial time that we have been living in. And you're sitting here showing all this stuff and then upset when you don't get the response that you want. So she does this reel, okay, which I believe, because now she's come out and she's said that she's deleting and blocking people that don't leave the comments that she wants on her Instagram story, which she's been doing that for years anyway. We clocked that years ago and talked about that years ago. Her team does that for her because she can't handle a mean comment to save her life. So now she's come out, she came out like a week ago, and she said that because people were so mean to her over the Chanel purse incident, she had to block people and delete their comments. So now we know she's blocking and deleting comments, okay? She's owned that at least. So when you go through the comments on this Instagram reel, all the comments are pretty positive, okay? So she comes out and she does this Instagram reel where she's showing herself cutting this. Well, when I watched it, I was like, oh, I get it. She's not stupid. She knows that the last time she showed a Chanel purse, she got all of these people talking about things, right? Because she had just come out with this cozy brand that was so expensive. So what does she do? This is what Jaclyn Hill always does. She doubles down and she throws up an Instagram reel of another Chanel purse, not the same one, another one that she's cutting, because she knows this is going to get people talking about the Chanel purse again, right? And what does she want? She wants views on her reel so that she can make money and get back in the algorithm, because Jaclyn's already been complaining about the fact that she's not getting the views that she used to get on Instagram. So here, I'm going to let you guys watch this Instagram reel so that you guys can see it. Here you go.
Giving Edward Scissorhands. Oh my God.
So we're doing this. Okay, got it.
Oh, look, you can see it better.
Oh, yeah. It's a little
I told you.
Okay, so that's the reel that she posted, which is her cutting this this Chanel bag so you can see it better. But even better than that, oh wait, even better than that are the comments that she leaves on this video, okay? So the first comment she leaves is, this is the top comment that she leaves underneath here. I like it, Picasso. She just needed a little bang trim. Okay, kind of funny, kind of whatever. The next one that she leaves underneath here, which currently has 162 replies underneath it, she says, the real reason there were fuzzies on my lipsticks. Girl, why do you keep bringing this thing up? Okay, first of all, you wanted us to be sympathetic with you and feel that you were like a phoenix rising from the ashes of Lipstickgate, okay? And that it was one of the worst things that you ever went through in your entire life. Now, I understand somebody making humor at the expense of like things that they've gone through in their life. Like, I get that. Like, I can understand that to some degree. But it's like she keeps on bringing this up. And what I think she doesn't really get about it is, she wasn't the only one that was affected by Lipstickgate, okay? Her entire audience and all of the people that bought those lipsticks, their trust and betrayal was affected as well. Like, a lot of them. And, you know, it's interesting because 2 years ago, I would get people that would comment on my videos and they'd say, why do you keep on bringing this up about Jaclyn and the lipsticks? And so there was a point when I was like, yeah, I'm done. Like, I'm not going to talk about it anymore and whatever. And then Jaclyn started bringing it up again and again and again and again. And just in the last 3 to 4 months, this has been like her 6th to 8th reference of the lipsticks. And I'm like, girl, like seriously, you need to let this go, okay? Like, it doesn't show any professionalism on your part whatsoever, okay? And this is the thing. It's not just about the fuzzies and the lipsticks, which apparently, you know, she's making a joke about it, but I thought it came from the gloves, okay? So now she's talking about a Chanel purse. And no, is it that deep? No. Was it that deep to those people that bought those lipsticks that had mold in it and shards of things in there that showed it on YouTube videos that Jaclyn said there was no truth to that whatsoever and people showed it underneath microscopes? I mean, yeah, that's pretty serious, I think. I really do think it's that serious, okay? So, you know, Jaclyn wants to poke the bear of all this and bring it up again, right? Because she knows that people are going to talk about it. That if she says this underneath there, that people are going to talk about it. Here I am talking about it. You got what you wanted, Jaclyn, okay? But this is the thing that she doesn't understand, is that Jaclyn wants to be respected as a CEO and as a businesswoman, which I will never do. At this point, she has proven herself that she is no kind of businesswoman. She's not even a creative director to me. She is nobody but an influencer that has enough people following her that will buy her shit. And I'm sorry, but that's how I feel about it. And that's 25 cents for the cuts chart. That's a donation from Jaclyn Hill. So that's how I feel about it. She is no kind of business owner. I don't care how many websites she opens and sells her crap on. She's no business owner to me. She doesn't address things in any kind of CEO kind of manner. She kind of pokes fun at it. I mean, it's really ridiculous, you know? And there are a lot of people out there that I have thought of that if they did the same thing with their businesses would absolutely be demolished, you know, in the influencer space. And it's just like Jaclyn just continues to get away with this. And the reason why she does is because she has an audience that protects her at any cost. That's the problem, right? But here's the real issue. The issue, Jaclyn, is not about the fact that there were fuzzies on your lipsticks, okay? That's not the issue 4 years later. The issue is how poorly you handled that as a CEO and a businesswoman. And you did handle it poorly at the time, okay? You came out and took accountability way too late. You addressed the issue way too late. And you promised things that you never followed through with. So you handled it in a completely inappropriate manner. And here's the thing, Jaclyn. This proves that you've learned absolutely nothing in 4 years because you're still doing things the exact same way, okay? You know, Kaylin Nicholson and the Cozy brand, she still hasn't addressed that whatsoever. She didn't even have the balls to get up in an Instagram story and say, hey, this girl, I know that she had a brand that was called Cozy too. It breaks my heart. I feel bad for her. I didn't know. She can't even lie about it. And we know Jaclyn can do that because we've caught her in lies before, right? She can't even address that issue, okay? You know, she can't address the jewelry. She can't address this. She can't address that, right? So for me, it's like she's still showing that she addresses things the exact same way that she did with Lipstick Gate. But she don't have any problem poking the bear at it and saying, oh, the fuzzies were from the Chanel purse and haha and blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. And she's forever going to make a joke out of it. You know? I don't know. This is going to be the thing is that at some point, like, Jaclyn Hill is going to, like, really screw herself because she continues to come out at people, and there's going to be, I just feel like and especially right now, you know, there's really, and I said this in my last video, there's really not a lot of, like, drama going on, and maybe this is why she's doing it, but it would be very smart for Jaclyn to just shut her mouth. To just zip it and shut her mouth and not put these statements out there. I don't care for the views to put a Chanel purse out there or whatever. It's not very smart of her because there isn't a lot going on. And so she's being spotlight. I mean, people are going to start focusing on the things that she's doing. And if she's the only one causing this kind of stuff, it's going to take one major slip up, one major thing for her to say or do that people are like, I'm done. Like, I'm done for good, you know? I'm seeing so many people that are like, I'm not buying from this person anymore. I'm not buying from that person anymore. I only have so much money to invest. I'm not investing in that. You know, I mean, Jaclyn's lost a lot of people. And every video that I do, you know, I see more people say, like, this is the last straw for me. I'm really done with Jaclyn, whatever. This Kaylin Nicholson thing, like, I don't think people really realize how much it affected Jaclyn because Jaclyn is somebody that has been about women's empowerment and about women in business and whatever. And she took a smaller creator's name and didn't take any ownership or accountability over it. Never even addressed it. Didn't have to take ownership or accountability. Could have just addressed it and said this girl commented on my thing and I didn't know and I feel bad and whatever. And, you know, I'm going to do a video with her and we can talk about it or what. I just acted like it didn't happen, right? And I got so many comments on that video that I did, or the several videos that I did, and people were like, I'm so disappointed in Jaclyn. She was supposed to be about women's empowerment and believing in women and making women strong and backing each other, and this just proves that she's not about that at all, and that she really just cares about the almighty dollar. And that's true. And that's what Jaclyn cares about. So anyway, let me know what you think about all of that in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.